So last week we got news that over 7,000 Missoula voters were not able to access their ballot by mail because the ballots were returned as undeliverable. And so this is a major problem. We want to make sure that every Missoulian has their voice heard tomorrow on Election Day. So here's the key point. Tomorrow is Election Day. If you haven't received a ballot and you think you should have, get to the fairgrounds and vote. No matter what it takes, we urge you to make sure your voice is heard. And a really important point is that we as Montanans have a right to same-day voter registration. So that means you can show up anytime before 8 p.m. tomorrow at the fairgrounds and vote. So we're lucky to have that right, and it's really important that we're able to do same-day voter registration precisely for situations like this. So MontPIRG has been making hundreds of phone calls, and we're going to continue to make phone calls today and tomorrow to make sure everybody's aware of the situation and everybody knows they can get to the fairgrounds and vote if they need to. This is a personal issue for me. I served with the 173rd Airborne Brigade in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I, along with my fellow officers, swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies. And the democracy we have here is only as good as what we make of it. And that means everybody's voice is heard and everybody's voice is important. So on a personal note, I urge, if you want to thank the troops, if you want to show your gratitude, get out and vote. No matter how you're voting, the important thing is that your voice is heard. So with that, thank you, and I'll hand it over to Sarah.
Thanks, Andrew. I'm Sarah Howell with Montana Women Vote. I just want to echo what Andrew said. If you haven't received a ballot in the mail, it is not too late to vote in tomorrow's election. You can go down to the fairgrounds here in Missoula and vote today until 5 p.m. and tomorrow until 8 p.m. You can update your registration, get a ballot, and vote at the same time. If you don't know whether or not you received a ballot, you can go to MissoulaVotes.com and check on the status of your ballot. And if you have received a ballot and it's sitting in a pile of mail, please take a couple minutes today to fill that ballot out. Ballots need to be dropped off, and you can do that at the fairgrounds or at a number of neighborhood locations. That list of drop-off sites is on the MissoulaVotes.com website. So I just want to mention again, like Andrew said, that we learned last week that nearly 7,000 ballots were undeliverable, and we think that even in local elections that many people being unable to participate is a really big challenge. We don't want to get to a point where in a city like Missoula we think it's okay for 7,000 people to not get their ballots. We think that our county elections officials are doing a great job, and we want to make sure they have the resources and capacity to deal with challenges like this when they come up. Like Andrew said, same-day voter registration, which is the process in our elections law that allows people to go down to the fairgrounds, update their registration, and vote at the same time. This is such an important safeguard. And it is particularly important for folks in our community who may face existing barriers to participation, low-income folks, seniors, people with disabilities. We think our democracy works best when everyone participates, and we want to make sure that we continue to invest in making every opportunity available for folks to vote. We're proud of the way our election system works here in Montana, and we want to continue to invest and improve in that system now and in the coming years. So I'll just close by saying once again, if you haven't got a ballot, please head down to the fairgrounds, take a minute to update your registration and vote. If you have any questions about your ballot status, you can visit MissoulaVotes.com. Thanks.